All right, enough of that today. How are you? All right, we lost them.
Yeah. That's that South Jersey fucking phone signal bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know it's not us because you're not frozen. I'm not frozen.
No, I'm not all the way south. That's why.
Yeah, I'm in Central, but I gave.
There's no. You're way south. You're in the Pine Barrens. Stop it.
Yeah.
You are South Jersey.
I don't know. South Jersey is not. It cuts off halfway through Ocean County. I just don't know where.
No, it doesn't because it doesn't exist. It's north and south. Raritan River. I am just below. I am south.
Yeah.
So our guest is frozen. That kind of stinks.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll come back.
That's all right. As I was saying, though, I don't think the venue is going to do anything. We should be good.
Okay.
And that's all I'll discuss on there with that.
Yep.
Because I'm looking forward to more tickets being sold. You know how that goes. We always get people that, they're always late. And that's all right. Like, you know what I did yesterday? I paid for tickets to a show I'm going to on Thursday that I promised the person that I was going to buy 3 weeks ago. That was for my son. So that's how people are. We just like, oh yeah, no, I'll get to that. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Next thing you know, you're ready to go, and device not connected. I tried. Does he have a computer, or is he just going with his phone?
I think he's in his car.
Right. I'm just saying.
Right. So according to New Jersey law, Ocean County is in Central.
Yeah, but who wrote that law?
I don't know. Politicians.
Right, which one? Our last governor. Do you trust somebody with teeth like that? No.
Well, that's why it's pink, because of the rest areas.
Right, and guess what? That's where he lives. That's why he put that there.
That's what I'm saying.
And he wasn't from Jersey, so fuck him. Fuck you, Phil Murphy. I can say that because I don't give a damn.
Wasn't it McGreevy that was in the rest areas?
Oh, McGreevy loved the rest areas. He was the man. Like, my favorite thing. McGreevy, I got to give credit where credit's due. He fixed DMV. DMV was running smooth because of him. It was a shit show before that. Now it's like, whatever.
Well, I have an in for the DMV, so I'm good for the waiting for the. I got the. Did you get the real ID yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we got in the same day somehow.
No, they asked me to do it. I did it like a week out. That was it.
Someone that owes you money from Ocean County's sister works at the DMV.
That owes me money or you?
Owes your company money.
Well, I know a lot of people like that. That doesn't really narrow it down, but I think I know where you're going with that.
Well, Bayonne people that think they're the mob.
Right. I knew what you meant. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Which is a whole different type of craziness. What's that?
There was one perk to having them people connected.
Sort of.
No line in the DMV.
Listen, sometimes you find family that can help you out. Who knew?
Right? Unfortunately, the other half of that family help themselves to your money.
That's most people in life, though.
No, I mean, they really, really take advantage.
Oh, no, I know. That's what I'm saying.
One of them had to pawn his guitar, supposedly, at the pawn shop.
Right.
And he called 2 members of my wife's family to get the money to get the guitar back, and got two people to pay to get the same guitar back.
That's always good.
For a guitar that probably wasn't in the pawn shop.
Right. Ridiculous.
The only thing this guy does for a living is he delivers envelopes.
Well, I mean, for the right people, you get paid good money, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, if he was getting paid good money, then I guess he wanted more money anyway.
Let me rephrase that. He's getting paid good money for what he's doing.
Right.
And that's plenty. That's like half the battle right there. All right, so I guess our guest does not have a good connection. That was like 4 attempts already, but that's okay. Listen, when did his new special come out?
I don't know. I didn't watch that video. You told me fucking hook him up. You said you sent me a video and then said we need to talk to this guy about this video. And then
I wanted to. All right, I didn't know you didn't watch it yet. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. Sorry. Was that? I thought it was a bit.
That was pretty recent though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know he's been down in AC a lot lately. You know, he's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's working with not Bridgestone, right? The other guys.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I would like to ask him. It's kind of crazy. Oh man, so I'm excited for Saturday night. I don't know about you.
Yeah, hopefully it's good.
Yeah, it should be a good time. I'm gonna have a good time either way.
Yeah.
What did you do this weekend?
I dog sat.
Why?
Because my daughter took her kids to Sesame Place.
All right, well that's not so bad.
Yeah, so I celebrated my wedding anniversary by being stuck in the house with a dog.
But you weren't with the wife, which made you happy.
No, it was in our house.
That's what I'm saying. You weren't together, is what I'm saying. Or was she with you dog sitting?
She was with me dog sitting.
Oh, that's just hot.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. I just saw one of our previous guests. I just got a notification on my top. I was trying to look him up, but never mind. Should happen. You remember Dan Regan?
Yeah.
I've been enjoying a lot of his content lately. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of the Gen X stuff, the age war stuff. I think that was the new one. He just posted something about young people learning how to drink Everclear for the first time.
Oh yeah.
He has like a series. He's on like number 100. You know who I talked to recently because I've been enjoying a lot of their stuff? Joe Conti.
Right.
He has a bunch of.
He's mentoring one of the comics that put on that show at the coffee shop in Tom's River.
That's cool.
John Ladder is being mentored by Joe Conti, which is cool.
What's his name?
John Ladder.
Don't know him.
No, he's new.
How new though? That's why I'm asking.
Nah, he's not incredibly new, but he's part of the crowd up north that we don't go up to very often.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be. That could be so many people.
I just did his podcast on Wednesday, I guess it was.
Fucking get his ass here.
Huh?
Get his ass here.
I should.
I know. What the hell? You know what just came up on my feed randomly this weekend too? Because I'm that YouTube guy anyway. From the Slim and Slambo when they came up and did the podcast 9 years ago almost.
Hey, I should accept the friend request. I keep getting a recommendation for one of those two morons.
Right.
And now on the fake account, I should accept it.
You really should. They'll have no clue, and that'll just make it that much better.
Yeah, but then eventually, if things don't get fixed, that account will get flipped over to something they'll recognize.
Yeah, but maybe not. You never know. They might recognize, but even if they do, what's going to happen?
Elijah said he's backstage. I see it in the chat.
I know. I see it. It says device is not connected.
Oh, okay.
It keeps popping up, and he's not like coming forward. I don't know what's going on with that.
Did you hear about the AI computer hacking thing?
Where they basically attacked each other?
No, what happened was, so there's some kind of evaluation scoring thing that determines how good AI is at finding software bugs in your software.
Right.
And OpenAI ran, they call them models. It's just like a a version of AI, right? So they had this model, which
like a beta testing,
right? But it's a certain, they have certain people in the company putting different versions of AI together to see which is the best one. So this model, which was never going to be public, was just developed to find software bugs in new programs.
Okay.
And it was like, so it couldn't figure out how to get a good score on this thing. So instead of trying to hack the program, it went out on the internet and it hacked the company that did the scoring.
Nice.
It broke into the company.
Elijah, we found you.
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on with you?
Man, traveling, man. Been traveling, doing a lot of traveling. How y'all been?
Pretty good, man.
Oh, are you a sovereign citizen? Because you said you're traveling, you're not driving. I'm traveling, officer. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. We're traveling. This is not commerce. You ever see those fucking idiots?
Those people, listen, those are some of my favorite content when I watch it on YouTube. I was just I literally sat down and put it on my TV, was watching with family the other day, watching people just acting like morons.
On Patrol had two on Saturday on the same episode.
Crazy.
So Elijah, what's going on, my brother? Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man. When was the last time I saw you? Was it probably last year?
You had me a headline a spot.
Yeah, I forgot
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know. No, it was good. It was good. It was a very interesting setup because the stage was here, and one half of the crowd was here, and one half of the crowd is here. So I just developed into like you're making out with this half, but you have to give this half a bit of a hand job to keep it happy. You know what I mean? Like
there you go.
And that's literally how the comedy went. But it was good.
You got to give a good reach around, Paul.
Yeah, exactly. And then before that, Dave, I think you came with me. Remember we did the venue? It might have been the same venue, but we did a venue that was behind
in Turnersville.
Was it a Jiffy's Lube?
Down by my cousin's house.
Yeah. But Elijah, you fucking crazy, man. You putting on so many shows and not inviting us.
Hey, listen, man, I got a lot of things in the works, man. I'm working on different tours with different areas like Midwest, West Coast, down South. So a lot of networking has been going on. So I'm gonna be reaching out to a lot of my comedian friends to get them in different areas. So you're gonna be getting some calls soon. Well,
I got 5 weeks of paid vacation that I haven't even started on yet. So I'm available to go anywhere you want. Just throwing that out there.
All right, I'm gonna see what we can conjure up.
Yeah, and Dave's newly married, so he's pussy whipped, so he's not allowed more than 5 miles from his house right now.
No, I'm allowed. It's not the mileage; it's the time away.
Okay.
I could take the night off for comedy and stuff. It's just I can't take 3 weeks off to go somewhere.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, aren't both of y'all in North Jersey?
I'm in.
No, I am.
I'm on the shore. Dave's in Central Jersey, like me.
No, I'm not. There's no such thing.
Yeah, I agree. The North or South.
Exactly.
Now, hold up, Paul. You said you on the shore. You like what part of the shore? Like Asbury Park shore?
No, way down south.
It's just south of Tom's River.
Closer to AC.
Okay. Yeah. All right. South.
Exit 74.
Okay. All right.
Well, according to so we were just talking about this before you came on. According to New Jersey state law, Central Jersey, Ocean County is included.
Don't care.
Once you go above Burlington County, everything is north.
I can live with that.
Everything above Burlington County is North Jersey.
Well, I'm kind of above it to the side, kind of. If I turn it this way,
not really. Stop justifying.
Oh,
so
man.
How do you feel about that latest special you put out?
You talking about? That was
down in AC.
I did. Well, no, I'm doing my third special in AC next July.
Oh, okay.
So I did my first special. I did in 2023, and I actually did it at the place that you guys was at, that Paul was just talking about. But that place doesn't exist anymore. Like, it's actually a print shop now. It's actually a print shop now. So you would never know that, you know, it was a venue at that time. But I did my first special in Turnersville. I did my second special in February 2025, which was next door to where I did the first one at. And I'm doing the third special in 2027 at AC Jokes at Resorts Casino, AC.
Yeah.
July
Nice.
17th, 2027.
Nice. So, you know what it is? I saw that you had the special, and I saw that you were doing some stuff in AC. I just conflated the two.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm doing a special next July. And I went to AC Jokes last July after I had did the second special. And I told them, like, listen, I started my career in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I want to come back. I want to do this third special in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And I want it to be called Full Circle, because everything I do, from comedy to cutting hair, all my talents run full circle. And I'm going to take this time to, you know, tour the country and go different places, get these different experiences, and get the material, and come back next and do the Full Circle special, which completes the trilogy. Like, I created my whole Elijah the Barber comedic universe. So there are stories and characters that are talked about in the different specials that I'll bring back in the third special. And I'm completing my story, you know, as far as my comedy journey, where it started and where it has gone, and then where it will be. So that's what it's about. And I have everything tied into it. I'm doing a little mini docu-series, you know, filming stuff in different places, putting out, you know, like episodes that are under 2 minutes, because, you know, people got short attention spans.
You need to get the shorts out.
Yeah, getting the shorts out, just giving them little sprinkles of some of the behind the scenes things that, you know, happen with, you know, comedians and comedy that, you know, they don't see. They don't know what we go through in our regular life. They don't care. It's just, okay, he's on stage, he better be funny.
Right.
So they don't get to see, like, all right, if you're backstage and, you know, a lineup gets changed, or if they need you to do more time or less time, or, you know, whatever the case may be, like, they'll be able
hang in the back. The hang in the back is worth everything. Yeah. There's more that needs to be filmed about that.
Yep.
I mean, I think we've all been on shows where, like, all the shenanigans in the green room or out back or whatever, however they have the setup, is probably at least as much, if not more, fun than the actual show on stage out front.
Yeah, I agree. All
right, so I got a quick question for the barber, not the comedian.
Okay.
Mr. Supercuts on the top right over there, Paul. What would you do to improve that?
Shave it off.
No, I don't know. Paul probably has a female barber or female stylist.
It was this time. It was. Actually, I couldn't even tell. When I was a kid, my dad took me to a real barbershop, so it was there for like 50 years. But I'm trying to think I can't even think the last time a dude cut my hair. Oh yeah, actually no. I went in England a couple of years ago. I went to a Brazilian barbershop. And they did this thing where they call it singeing, where they put a flame in your ear and it burns all the hair in your ear. They just stick it like a little stick with a flame on the end of it, and it burns your little hairs out of your ear. They do it for just a second. They call it singeing. So that's the last time I went with a dude.
So how many times do they have to singe you?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So listen, like 2 years ago, I took Paul to my barbershop, the guy I've been going to for like 15 years, because I'm that guy. I'm, you know, old school. I'm loyal to my barber. I was brought up like that. So, like, my childhood barber, like him, his guy passed, moved on. Now I got a new guy that I actually know from back in the day that came up with some of the same people that used to do my hair. So I understand like the whole, you know, they know how to hook up. I got a Dominican guy go up there, and Paul was not used to the hang at the barbershop. I was like, dude, how long is this going to take? I'm like, dude, probably give you like another hour, man. Relax. You're not having a good conversation here? What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I those days after COVID, things changed for us. So like we only work by appointment. So the days of like guys going to the barbershop waiting 2-3 hours, yeah, that's stuff is over. I mean, people still hang out and talk and debate sports and all of that stuff, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, the days of being in the barbershop for hours waiting to get your hair cut, yeah, that's over. Yeah, that's over.
It's not what it used to be, yeah, because we still have to do the appointment. It takes a while, but there's usually like 2 or 3 people in there.
Mm-hmm. What's happening now is guys who like are cool with certain people, they'll find out like, all right, so Jim, you come in on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. Okay, well, I'm coming in at 10:30. So when you're getting ready to leave, I'm gonna come in and then you can hang around and we can talk, or I'll come early. And that's so they still do that stuff. They still schedule time to be at the shop and argue with people. Like we got a guy we call him Mad Mike. He's just always mad, even when something good happens, and always wants to debate sports. Like it's always but he's like bipolar. So he's like a diehard like Eagles fan. So when the Eagles are winning, like Eagles this week, he's like, yeah, like we're the bad, and then they lose next week, and he's like, I'm ready to burn the jersey. It's like, yo, like, hey, what's the matter with you, man? Like you just always mad for no reason. Like, listen, if they don't win 3 games, I'm burning my jerseys. It's like, dude, like, why are you letting this team stress you out like this?
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
It's the same as like when I was a kid. My dad did the old line that they said in what do you call it, Bronx Tale? Yeah. Reggie Jackson don't pay the goddamn rent around here. Fuck him. I don't care what's going on that TV with the sports. I was like,
I think the reason I couldn't hang out so much at your barbers is like you guys all came from a certain town, you kind of knew everybody, that stuff.
That's
and
fair.
I was kind of like, I'm a British guy. If I went there 4 or 5 times, I'm sure I'd get to know everybody and it would be cool. You know what I mean? But
hey, Paul, I always
always know when I go to a barber, it's like Coming to America. That's what I'm going for. I want to hang out with the dudes from Coming to America.
Yeah, when you come to our barbershop, it's definitely going to be like Coming to America. But speaking of that, I always want to know, like, always been interested in your story, like knowing that you're British, knowing that you've been here. Like, did you just like get up and just say, you know what, I'm gonna just leave home and just go, cross the pond and just do this comedy thing, or was it something that came later, earlier? Like, what's your story?
I mean,
this is a good one.
The whole comedy stuff kind of started high school because I was this nerdy fucking little kid. And instead of getting my ass handed to me, I would make fun of the teachers. And then all the tough kids would be like, this is funny, man. So that's kind of how I learned the comedy stuff. But then I came to visit America a couple of times, mainly because I looked up chicks online. But this is back when, you barely saw a picture. It was typing. And then I came and got into some legal shenanigans on the computer. And wasn't allowed to leave for 2 years. But and then a few years later I got involved with the Opie and Anthony show, became friends with a comedian called Jim Norton that you probably know. He brought me on the show, and then I did I mean 5 or 6 years on and off on that show, Dave, right?
Yeah, about that.
And then started doing a podcast. And then on it, I was talking to Dave one time, and I'm like, Dave, I really want to try stand up. I got a whole phone here with material that I've been writing for the last 3-4 fucking years. So he goes, okay. This was a Monday. He calls me. He goes, "You're doing comedy the first time was it Friday or Saturday? I don't remember."
It was I think it was a Friday night.
Yeah.
So I called him on Thursday. I'm like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? He goes, nothing. I'm like, good. I got something for you. You're gonna do comedy. I'm doing a little bar show for my birthday. Get your ass up there. He's like, really?
Wow.
And then I went up there and I had all this material. Dude. I mean, I had a whole phone of material and I had it written on my hands and shit because I'd never done it and I never tried to remember it. And my short-term memory is fucking abomination. And I was doing 5 minutes and about a minute, 25 seconds into it, I ran out of jokes.
I think I met you at I think you came to Cross Keys Brewery in Williamstown. Okay. This was some years ago. I think I seen you there. I think that was the first time I had saw you, and I became a fan. I was like, yo, this dude is like, your name fits what you do when you.
You can thank Norton gave me that on OPN. That's where that came from. So
yeah, so, but it was crazy because I was saying his name wrong. I was calling him Paul, no filter Paul. Like I was saying his name wrong, but I knew his name was Paul, and I knew he had no filter, and I knew
there you go.
There was some kind of combination in it, and I was telling my partner, I was like, hey man, we got to get this guy over here because I'm telling you, man, he's hilarious. And he came, he showed up, he showed out, he held his own, and we bought him again. And then the second time, that's when he had asked about you coming. But what's crazy is I only met you like twice, but I've heard your name in a couple of different circles. Like there's a couple of people who talked about they mentioned Dave Hodge because you ever go to that? What's the place? It's called the something. I think it's something dojo or something.
I've been to both of them.
We done the Stone Dojo and then we did the Dojo of Comedy. There's two different places.
Yeah. I think it might be the Dojo of Comedy that I'm thinking of. Like I know some comedians who went there and the name got mentioned or whatever. So plus, once Paul was like, yeah, man, my man did. Like, I don't know him, but I felt like I knew you. You know what I'm saying? Because I had heard, the name going around, whatever. I think my girl Chica Loca said something about you one time too. So
yeah, we did a show with her in AC.
Okay.
Chica Loca.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she did that one show that what's his name put on? Fucking what's his name?
What's his name at the strip club?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, I can't think of his name right now, but yes, I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
So, Sal,
yes.
We did hit Sal's spot down at the strip club like 5-6 years about 7 years ago at this point, and he's like, "Oh yeah, come on up, we're gonna have a good time." I'm like, "All right, whatever, let's go check it out." And Paul decides to go on some rant about where he's from in England, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's called the Isle of Wight. And as soon as he said that,
the Isle of Wight,
a large group of black men walked into the bar. It's like, yeah, I'm the Isle of Wight. And they're like, what the fuck that dude just say? Just watching it.
He goes, oh my God. He goes, what, these motherfuckers have their own island now? That's what he said.
Yeah, I was like,
does these motherfuckers have their own island now? And I'm like, oh shit. And a week later, one of the kids that was hanging out got executed in the what do they call it, the rush? Is it rushes? What do they call that? Like the high between that town and where the Bagada is, the Reeds, right?
In Pleasantville. Over by in Pleasantville, out in the marshes.
They chased this kid and killed him in the marshes, and then the place got closed down. So
wow.
So that could have been me.
So thanks, Paul.
GHT.
Wow. That's cool.
But yeah.
That was a crazy night.
Yeah. There's been a lot of crazy nights in comedy. Oh
yeah. We've definitely all had our share.
Elijah, what's the nuttiest thing that's happened to you during comedy?
During comedy?
Well, just in general, just as part of your
that I've seen happen at a show.
Mm-hmm.
One of each. I
would say when I was filming my first special, somebody called me for a drug deal. It was the wrong number. I would say off stage, craziest thing I've seen. All right, so it's like it's a tie, man, because I just had this happen last week. So the first thing was I did it. I was booked for a cigar lounge in Delaware.
Okay.
And I'm not going to name the comedian that was the headliner. I was the opener. But what happened was the headliner didn't want to do the show. But I guess they couldn't turn down the money. So it's like a surprise comedy show. Nobody at this place knows that we're getting ready to have a show. So what happens is I do like 20
ambush comedy.
Yeah. So I do 20 minutes off top, and they give me the light. So the headliner goes and he does crowd work. How's everybody doing? Blah blah blah. So it's a cigar lounge. They have a room where they sell cigars that's like all glass. So they invite me in this room to interview me while the headliner is outside. So when they close the door, I can't hear anything that he's saying, right? So they interview me for 10 minutes. 10 minutes go by. They open the door. I go out the door, and somebody just yells out, "Man, where the fuck are the jokes at?" So the whole time he's just been, "Hey, how's everybody doing? Okay, y'all together, y'all couple, okay, how you doing? Okay." For like 20 minutes, that's all he's doing. And one guy was just frustrated. He was like, "Where the fuck are the jokes at?" This other guy came here and did 20 minutes, 8 jokes. Where the fuck are the jokes at? The second thing that happened like that was last week. I was like outside Chester, PA, and this guy was bombing something terrible. Like I still got scrap metal on my skin from him bombing. And lady was just like, "Why is he on stage? Why does it seem like he's on stage longer than everybody else that's went up? Like, when is he going to be done?" Like, like that was a heartbreaker. And I think the number one weirdest thing was I did AC jokes last month, and they had a blind comedian open up for us, and he bombed as well. So
I think I know him.
yeah, he was the blind comedian. He bombed, but he was very aggressive. So like, he tells the sound guy like, "Hey, do you have any sound effects?" And he's like, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I need you to give me like an explosion or some glass breaking at 5 minutes." And the guy says, "Well, you only have 5 minutes." He says, "I'm doing 6. I'm doing 6. So the sound guy's like, "Well, the host told me that you're doing 5 and to give you the light at 4. He's like, "I'm fucking blind. That's why I need to know." Like, why? He's like, "That's why I need the sound." He says, give me the sound effects. Give me the sound effects at 5. I'm going to wrap it up. Get off at 6. He says, "But I got a song that I want you to play when I walk off stage." So, guy's like, "Well, what's the song?" So he whispers in his ear what the song is. I go out in the hallway. This guy's bombing. It's crickets. It's a library in there. Nobody's saying anything. All you hear him say is, "Okay, thank y'all. My name is so and so." And when he walks off the stage, the song is "I Can See Clearly Now." That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
So it took him 6 minutes to get to the only funny thing he did.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But then, like, after the show, we end up on the elevator together. So he's asking, like, "Hey, can one of y'all push the button?" So we push the button, and he's like asking where we're from, how far is it from Atlantic City. Then he says he caught a bus, a train, and an Uber from New York to get there. And then the doors open and he walks away. And I'm thinking, how the hell did he order the Uber? Like, I don't know how he ordered the Uber. Like, I can understand like a train and a bus, but I was so confused of how he was able to order the Uber or whatever. It was great. Then he just walked out the elevator and just went about his business. And I'm just like, that was very awkward.
I'm assuming he just used the voice to text thing, but now I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just told him you had to jump off the elevator to use the bathroom, and then push like the number 25. on the fucking elevator and just fucking jump out.
He said,
You know what I mean? Yeah. Your floor is coming up as he walks out on the roof. You know what sound effect they should have done? They should have done the noise of a fucking bomb from World War II going. That would have been a good sound effect for 5 minutes.
That's funny.
That's pretty. Actually, I thought you were talking about a different blind comedian at first, and now that you better describe them, I know exactly who you're talking about.
That's crazy.
Really?
He hit me up to do a show, but like he'll hit me up and say, "Hey, are you available at 8 o'clock?" I'm like, No, I already have plans for the day. I can't take an hour and a half ride in about an hour to be at your 8 o'clock show at 7. From 7, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'll make it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's really crazy.
But he's a nice guy.
Hey man, listen,
I know what his closer was. His closer was he had Elijah on the stage next to him. He put on his glasses and he said, "Holy shit, you're black." Just like fucking Dave Chappelle and that fucking
yeah. Clinton Bigsby.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be crazy as hell.
You should be happy that AC Jokes, they used to have a Dave, which was the AC Jokes where they had the stage behind the bar?
You talking about when they was in the Tropicana?
Yeah. That was Kiss.
They was that club Kiss, yeah.
Yeah. So you should tell the blind guy. Tell the blind guy that the fucking stairs are in front of him.
Yeah, I performed there one time. Like that was during the Matt Bridgestone era. I performed there, and that was by accident. Like I wasn't supposed to perform. Like I was invited just to be a guest, and I went, and the first comedian was taking a shit, so he was nowhere to be found. It was nowhere. Sense. Matt was hosting, and Matt ran out of jokes, and asked me if I could come up and do a few minutes, and that's what happened. I went up there and I did a couple minutes and killed it, and yeah, didn't get invited back.
So wait, Kiss was the one that was upstairs. What was the one that was like at the lower level with the bar behind everything?
I don't remember. I just know that they had a ticket, like they had like a ticket master thing downstairs where they were selling, and then you would go upstairs to the show, and then when they left Tropicana, they went to Resorts. Yes. And then Atlantic Comedy Club was in Claridge. They left Claridge and they went over there to Tropicana where AC Jokes was at. And then AC Jokes took their Claridge room too. So AC Jokes had the Claridge and Resorts, but that Claridge room is just it don't get a lot of traffic over there. Like Claridge is just bad luck over there. So they shut that down and they just stuck at Resorts. And yeah, that's pretty much that.
I remember at one time, like 7 years ago, they had like 6 different rooms they were running down there.
Mm-hmm.
They had at least one show every night, 7 nights a week.
Absolutely, they did.
Now they even in the peak of time, they're not getting that many, right?
No, because they only have the one venue.
I'm saying
for AC Jokes.
No, well, AC Jokes they got
they got another one somewhere. I saw a flyer.
4 different rooms in Resorts Casino.
Right.
It depends on. It really depends on how many tickets get sold. How many tickets sold kind of depend on what room you're gonna be in. So if more than, like, let's just say like more than 75 tickets get sold, then you'll be in a bigger room. If under 75 tickets get sold, you might be in a smaller room, even if it's advertised that you're going to be in a bigger room. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. That's usually how that is. But yeah, they got different. Like I've performed in all the rooms except like the super big room that holds like I think it holds like 600 people. That's downstairs though. I've never been in that room. I've been in
No,
the
I didn't
Starlight.
do that one.
I've been in the Starlight Ballroom.
Yes.
I've been in the theater upstairs, the Superstar Theater. I've been in the director's room, and then they had another room that now they done changed, just the high rollers room. But that room was great. Like it had a bar and everything in there. Like that was the perfect club setup room. But yeah, they got different rooms.
All right, I like that.
Yeah, they got different rooms.
Then you have Matt over at Claridge, which is, that's the only room he has there. So
that's a story of
he
his
has that
own.
other room. He has the other room in Tropicana too. The country bar, whatever the fuck that restaurant is.
He has that saloon spot, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Firewaters.
Yeah. Yep. That's what he got out there.
I'm not suitable for that room apparently. Not that he's ever fucking seen me do real comedy, but whatever.
You say you're not suitable.
Yeah, he said I'm not suitable for that place. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You've never seen me do a whole set.
Man, what you do to Matt?
I have no clue.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's invited you down though.
He's invited me to fucking the shit shows. He literally, if there's a shit show, he puts me on shit shows. But I've said to him, I want to do that place one time, and I don't think you're a fit. And I'm like, I've seen some of the people you put down there. Those people are way dirtier. I'm not even dirty. I'm just a dope. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not fucking pornographic. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. You never really know what to get from a Matt show. I mean, I haven't been to one of his shows in a while. Last time I seen Matt, I think I seen Matt at an open mic. He bought his daughter. I think he wrote her some jokes and tried to get her to do it. Yeah.
And that's the first time I've seen that happen.
Did I see you one time? Were you at the Hershey venue that Carucci had with Jeff Paul? Remember Matt was hosting it? It was like a contest. It was one of those fucking stupid. What's that guy's name? What's the Dave? Well, who's that fucking guy from SNL that they were promoting?
Oh, the Kenan Thompson show.
No, I didn't go. I didn't go to those. Yeah, I didn't go.
The only thing those shows. The only thing that was good about those shows was the networking, because people came from a long way away to do that crap, thinking that they're gonna get on SNL.
Well, if you thought that, that's kind of like on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, I think I've been doing it, enough that I'm like, I knew what I was getting into doing it. I just wanted to. I did it twice because I was at the two different spots. I'm like, all right, let's check it out. Like, I never did Helium before for a mic or a show, so I'm like, all right, I'll do the one in Helium because they needed people. I'm like, all right.
Oh, you did the Helium one? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was all right.
I never did the Helium. It's on my list. I've done Punchline, but I've never done Helium. Yeah, I got a couple places that's on my list where I want to perform at within the next year. Helium was on the list, but I refuse to enter that Philly's Funniest competition that he had.
Right, I know.
Yeah, well, I've seen some of the people that win it, and I'm like, fucking, what is it, a bringer? They brought 8 people, so they win?
I don't know. It's crazy. Like, people don't even remember who won last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I mean,
most contests are bullshit, bro.
It worked out for people like Tata Sharice. It worked out for Shane Gillis. You know what I'm saying? It worked out. It worked out for them. But I think it was like a plan was put together. Like after they won, I think people are winning, and it's like, yeah, like I got the bragging rights. But then it's like nothing happens after. Then you got people who are like running with, oh, I was the second runner up, or I was like third best. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, well, what do you really get, from that? And then if you were second runner up 2 years ago, 3 years ago, however many years ago, how has that worked for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you like? What did you do with that experience? What did you do with that opportunity?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So it's all about once you get that title, you gotta go AWOL with the marketing. You gotta really push that shit out there. You know what I mean?
So like, we got a competition with my comedy club, Sig U Comedy Club. We got a comedy competition that we're starting September 19th. So how ours is set up is it's a 6-month thing. It's 5 comedians each month, and the best comedian that night gets $250. Right.
All right.
So what happened is you'll get $250, and then you don't have. So if you're in September, you win. You don't have to come back until February. So then February, we take the 5 winners. They all compete in February, and whoever wins in February gets another $250. They get a custom jacket. They get, awards and all that stuff. But we take them with us for a week in March to California for 5 shows.
I like it.
You get to.
That's worth it. That's worth it.
That's a real contest.
So you basically get to go on tour with us. And everything is paid for except your food. So your flight's paid for, your room and stuff is paid for. And it's like, if you're smart, whoever wins, well, make sure they have their merchandise and all of that stuff together.
Yep.
They can go out there and they can network, and it's an opportunity, because some people are dope comedians, but they don't perform and haven't performed outside their state, outside their city, outside their area,
Right.
And for me, it's like, if you want to be great, you got to get out of your state. You're not going to really know how good you are until you go other places. And when you go other places, it really lets you know how strong your material is and what's considered universal material and what's regional material. You see what I'm saying? So if I go to North Carolina and I have a joke about mayonnaise, I can't say hoagie, because I know what a hoagie is. I have to say sandwich. You see what I'm saying? Or a certain place you have to say a sub or hero. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to know what region you're in. If you're mentioning certain restaurants that were around in the 90s, but you're in an area that didn't have those restaurants, they don't know what you're talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of comedians,
like when I say something about, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you say when you said something.
No, I was gonna say I have an opener just saying. No, I was gonna say I have an opener where I just say, you ever jerk off, but you do that in England, you got to say wank.
Yeah. So it's like,
people don't say jerk off. Wank,
it's like the same concept. It's like a lingo thing. You know what I'm saying? Because certain things that might hit in the tri-state area, like things that might work in the Philly, Jersey, Delaware area, once you get to Maryland, it might be different. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to Virginia, Carolina, it's different. It's not going to be the same. So even when you go like out west, it's a little different than the Midwest, and it's a little different than the South. But if you have relatability in your material, then it's going to hit anywhere. You talking about relationships, kids, work, all that stuff. Like, people can relate to that type of stuff,
no matter where you are.
But then when you start getting like perverted, sexual, sometimes it's like, all right, it's cool, but you got to also know how to read the room sometimes. And I've been in some places where I've seen people, like, I don't think pedophile jokes are ever really a good thing to do. And you get people who will go on stage and just say, hey, I'm going to just get on stage. I'm going to say the craziest thing I could think of, and I'm going to get reaction out of it. Like, the hard part about being a comedian is you're taking something that is funny to you, trying to convince a room of strangers that it's funny as well. And some people don't understand that part. They just think like, hey, I'm going to just get on stage and just say whatever, and, it's going to work. But what I don't like is a lot of the crowd work comedians, because what happens when you go somewhere where you're in a theater or you're in a club where you can't see the crowd, where it's you in the spotlight. Like, I remember I went and did the Motor House Theater in Maryland. We were auditioning for this show that never came out, but we were auditioning, and I was number 2. My buddy was number 22. And when I got on stage, it was just, they hit me with a spotlight and I could see nothing in the crowd. The crowd was total darkness. And I did my material and I was cool. I told my buddy, I said, listen, when you get on that stage, you're not going to be able to see the crowd. Do not try to see the crowd. Just treat it like in the bathroom practicing your material. This guy does not listen. He gets on stage the whole time. I can't see y'all. Where's everybody at? And it's like, you wasted a minute and 45 seconds trying to look and see the crowd, which I told you wouldn't be able to see. Then I also told him when you're auditioning, don't try to do new material. He tried to do new material. Doesn't know the material, messes up. I only know that he messed up, and he falls flat. So now we get to the end, and the scout lady is like, Elijah the barber, you're funny. Here, take my information. I'm gonna give you some recommendations of what clubs to go to, or people to talk to. So my buddy's like, what about me? He's like, well, your facial expressions were funny. And it was a long ride home, and I'm just looking at him like, I told you. And he was just pissed the whole ride home, but it made him a better comedian. And sometimes you got to do things like that to become a better comedian. Some comedians just think you could just get on stage and just do a bunch of crowd work. It's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? No. There's not going to always be a crowd for you to see. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't pay money to go to a comedy show to be the show. You see what I'm saying? And the problem
I do 50-50. That's kind of my model. I do 50% material, 50% crowd work. That's how I've been for the longest time.
And I think that's cool when you do it like that. But I think when you're just taking toilet paper, wetting it, throwing it on the wall, seeing what's going to stick, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And then with these clips going viral, that's why everybody's doing it. People who never been to a comedy show are now thinking that's what you're supposed to do. So when you have comedians who have scripted material, like if you tell me, hey, listen, I'm going to give you 15 minutes on this show, I can go on that stage and I can do exactly 15 minutes on the dot, because I know how my material is written. I know this bit takes this long, this joke takes this long. It's math. But you get some people who they're up there trying to do their work. Now you got some jerk in the crowd trying to talk to you because they've been watching Instagram and TikTok videos, seeing people in the crowd go back and forth with comedians, thinking that this is what a comedy show is supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, this is not.
Matt Rife.
Terrible.
Well, Matt Rife did the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. He did it in the round, and he bombed because he could only see the first 2 rows, and the rest of the people are like, well, we don't even know who you're talking about.
And that's
he tried to do an hour and a half of crowd work at a fucking stadium.
In the stadium. Crowd work at a stadium, like, it's retarded. But even that's different. Like, even you having material for a small intimate crowd versus you having material for a stadium, it's a different level of material. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of writing and preparation that you have to have for that. So, like, because I've done 2 specials, I realized there's a difference. Like, there's a difference when you're just doing a show to do it versus you're doing you're being filmed. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're being filmed doing comedy, it's different, because when you're on that stage, you can't just look at it like, all right, I'm doing comedy for everybody that's here. You have to remember that there are people that are going to be home watching what it is you're doing. So you get certain comedians like Mike Epps, right? Mike Epps, I hear a lot of people say they don't like watching Mike Epps comedy on TV. But then everybody that goes to his show has a good time. They love seeing him live. Now, Dave Chappelle, I wouldn't want to go see Dave Chappelle live. I'd rather watch Dave Chappelle on TV. I seen comedians like Ali Sadiq live. I'd rather see them on TV. I love seeing them on TV, but it's something. It's a different type of energy when you see them live versus you watch them on TV. So I didn't understand it until I started doing my specials, where it was like, okay, I could do this one joke for a whole year straight at every little show I do. But when I do it the day that I'm filming a special, I have to do it like I've never done it before.
Right.
Because people come and see me do this, that have seen me say this joke 1,000 times. This 1,001 time that they see it, it's going to be as if they never seen me do it before. And I'm going to literally not just do it to get a reaction in the building. I'm going to do it because I know that there's going to be people watching this online or on TV, whatever the case may be. So it's just like you got to do certain things a little different. It can't be 100% the same exact way. Your energy has to be different. And then it also depends on the size of your room. Like it's like it's really an art and a science that goes into us doing this stand-up comedy stuff. And the average Joe Blow just doesn't understand. And then there's different levels of comedian. Like I did a show last week, and the guy who booked the show never really seen me do comedy. So the way he did the lineup, he put me first, and then he put like 2 weak comedians after me, and then he put the stronger comedians after them. And I set the bar so high that when the next two guys went, they sucked the energy out the room. Like they weren't able to keep the energy matched. You see what I'm saying? And it's like if he knew the material of the people that he was booking, he would have put the 2 weak links first. You know what I'm saying? So the show could have got stronger, you know what I'm saying, as it went on. Because I'm a firm believer when you're running a show, the energy should get raised. It shouldn't be like, okay, great comedian, dope comedian, like it shouldn't. The crowd shouldn't be going on a roller coaster up and down. You know what I'm saying? Right. As far as the next comedian coming up, and then you got shows where they got too many damn comedians on there.
Oh yeah,
like the damn comedy sleepover. It's like 13 damn. Like I hate when there's a show where it's like, let's say it's 6 comedians on there, right? But then the promoter wants to give 5 more comedians guest spots. It's like, why? It's like, why? You know what I'm saying? If everybody knows their role, everybody's going to respect the time. A comedy show shouldn't be no more than an hour and a half.
Correct.
Like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours long comedy show. Like now you got a festival. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you got a festival. Like this is just too, like even open mics. There's an open mic called The High Note that they have on Wednesdays in Haddonfield, New Jersey. And it's been around for like 13 years or whatever. It's a cool mic. But it's like 48, 50 damn comedians every Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And the problem with it is if you don't go in the first half, now you really don't have much of an audience by the time you go. But it's a bunch of damn comedians trying to impress a bunch of other damn comedians. And my problem with the way a lot of these mics are set up, these comedy open mics are set up to only gravitate to the comedian. You're trying to bring comedians here, which is great, but y'all gotta think about the people. You know what I'm saying? Think about the people. You gotta start finding ways to get regular spectators to come to these open mics and support comedy or whatever. And it's like it's already one thing that most of the open mics are free, so you know people don't really have to spend money unless they buy drinks and stuff when they get there. But my thing is, why aren't the people that are promoting these mics and that are having these mics, why aren't y'all catering to getting regular people to be in the building? So this way your comedians actually have an audience to perform in front of. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the biggest things. I
was gonna say, me and Dave used to do a lot of mics, but now we really only do mics. We'll try new ones one time to see how they are, but we only go to mics where we know there's going to be some regular people. Because I don't want to fucking tell jokes to some dude reading his notepad who doesn't want to think I'm funny, so he's just going to look at his notepad, even if and not laugh.
Listen,
fuck
I
that
went
shit.
to a night. I went to a night. A dude took my joke and came back and used it the next week. like I didn't just see him at the mic the week before. And the thing about it is, to be smart, the people who threw the mic when he used my joke, they put me after him. Like it's like a joke I had been doing. So he did it wrong. It was a joke about sleeping with senior citizens. But what made it messed up is the guy who stole it was gay. So it's like we're talking about, your grand girlfriend that is a senior citizen. You like, dude, we know you're gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're not fucking. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cut it out. And this is I'm not coming at nobody gay or whatever, but it's just saying for a gay guy to take a heterosexual man's joke and use it the week after seeing him perform it, and then you deliver it wrong, and then he gets to go after you and show you the correct way doing it. It's like, yeah, that's karma right there.
It's like when Paul goes out and steals your jokes about like your black cousins, and he's like, yeah, my. You can't get away with that shit.
Nah, Paul is dope, man. Paul don't have to steal nobody's jokes.
No, I know.
Like especially when Paul like Paul has levels. Like once he turns up past 7, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh yeah.
It's like once he's like 7.5, it's just like, yo, you just got to just sit back and enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We had one guy we know.
You're freezing up, Paul.
You said what?
For some reason, my internet was a bit shitty. I just heard Paul is, and then it cut out.
Right. We have one guy that did what?
Okay. Now we had one guy that we know that rips off a lot of jokes.
Oh yeah.
And he did this joke, and then he left, and then the guy whose joke he ripped off came half an hour later, did the same joke, not knowing that the dude who ripped him off did the same joke 30 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I know a girl who.
This guy's theory. No, go ahead.
I know this girl who's been stealing this guy's joke, and she's been doing it for the last 2 years, and it like really bothers me to the point where like whenever I'm at a show she's at and she gets ready to do it, I gotta walk out because it's ridiculous, and it's to the point where several people have confronted her about it, and her excuse is, she says it's a stock joke or whatever. It's not like a joke that was catered to that one person, which is a bunch of BS. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like he knows it, and he said that he doesn't care if she uses it at this point because he has so many greater, jokes. But it's to the point where it was like, yo, you stole this guy's joke that was one of his popular jokes, and now you're like making it a popular joke for you, and we as comedians know where you got it from. Right. I just think that is crazy, man. I think it's crazy, like the blatant theft that's going on. Like, it's one thing if you got a similar premise or there's some similarities, but when you take the whole thing, like if you have a joke about your kids and you don't have any kids, that's already crazy in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's already crazy in itself for you to have a joke about kids, but you don't have any kids at all. No biological kids, no step kids, no god kids. You know what I'm saying? And you take this guy's joke about his kid and you put it in your act, knowing that you stole it. So, but then act surprised if somebody sits up there and they call you out. Like, I've had people, I think in my 6 years of doing stand-up, I've had 2 jokes that somebody was like, yo, that sounds like a joke I heard somebody else say. And then they'll find it, and then they'll let me see it or let me hear it, and I take it out to Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? I take it out to Arsenal. Like, it is kind of similar. No, I'm taking it out. I'm not even going to use it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just think everybody is different. Everybody's different. Some people just don't care. They're going to just run with what they're going to run with.
So, going back to what you were saying before about a lot of these venues that want to host a mic, they're looking at it from the point of view like, like I know a place that they do a bar show every week, usually on Tuesday nights. Guy's been trying to get me to go there, and I've been there a couple times. But he's like, "Oh, you should have been here." There was like 35 comics, and I don't want to break his heart and say that's literally the one thing I don't want to do. Like you're literally telling me never come here. At that point, like I'm not here to say, And I was talking to my wife. She's like, "Well, why don't you come here?" Because we're friends with people at the establishment. I'm like, "Yeah, but if I come, just think about this is how it goes. 35 people. Let's just say minimum 5 minutes each. That's all goddamn night. Like, there's no way anybody wants to sit through all that." The owner of the place is like, "Hey, I got 35 people buying drinks."
Yeah.
That's all they care about. They just care about the money.
Exactly. What were you saying, Paul?
Joke about Dave. Remember the joke that I did? I'm saying I wrote a joke. Then I met a guy that was doing a very similar joke. The joke that Covert does.
You cut out, Paul.
I'm just saying that joke I wrote. I'm sorry.
Listen, parallel thinking happens. It's about how you make the joke your joke.
Absolutely. Yeah,
that's why we write.
Ask Patrice O'Neill how many people there.
I can't.
There's videos. Remember there's videos on YouTube?
No, I know what you're saying. He had a lot of people rip him off, but it just sucks.
So let me ask you this, because I heard somebody, like, I went to a show somewhere. This was maybe about 3 years ago, and it was an old guy. I mean, this guy was like, he had to be like about. You guys still there?
Yep, we're here.
This guy was about 70, and he said he stills like dead comedians from like the 50s and 60s jokes and resays them, because he knows that nobody's old enough to, one, know who those guys were or know their jokes. And I'm just like, I've never seen a joke thief admit that they're a joke thief, but you're stealing from dead comedians. Like,
which is even worse.
That's crazy. I think the only time I seen somebody steal from a dead comedian, I was at an open mic and a guy tried to steal a Bernie Mac joke. A white guy tried to steal a Bernie Mac joke. Of all people. Yeah. It was like a joke of his from like Kings of Comedy. And it's just like, what you think, like, nobody here watched that movie? Like what is the matter with you? Like, why would you steal a famous, well-known comedian's joke and think nobody would notice?
Well, there's another older comedian I know that he's no longer in comedy, and that's not why, though. He would go out and use these old quote-unquote stock jokes, or the ones that we all heard, and change all the Jewish references to Italian references.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, it's the same joke, except you're not Jewish, and we know you're not. All those vowels in your name, we know you're not the Jewish comedian, so you definitely wouldn't have got away with that if you tried. They're the old, hey, Dad, I need $20. No, I'm not going to lend you $10. No, I just need, I said I needed 20. He's like, all right, I got the $5, but don't ask me again.
Now, let me ask you guys something, right? Because I've never got to ask a comedian this, but there are certain comedians, especially like us black comedians, we feel this way with a lot of mics. And I want to know, do you guys think this, or is this something you guys feel as though you notice? Do you think that there are a lot of white comedians that try to like go overboard with the shock value and basically use comedy to hide racism?
All right, okay. I know exactly what you're saying. There are some that do that, but I was going to go back to what you were saying earlier. The guys that are going out just to say absurd shit when they get on stage, and it's usually a newer comedian. And you get like some 22-year-old white guy that goes up there and wants to say the most outrageous shit ever because he's like, yes, and I'm taping it, so this is going to be my clip that's going to get me viral. Like, just be funny. That's the first rule. Be funny. And like I would tell Paul that too. Not that he did a lot, anything like that, but like I'm like, dude, just be funny. Say something funny. Like you said, be relatable. Talk about your wife and kids. I've been telling him that for 9 years. He sometimes listens. But wife and kid shit always goes over.
Yeah. Relationship.
To your point though, there are a lot of, and it's usually like a younger guy that's doing it. Just go up there like, oh yeah, I'm gonna. Actually, wait. Speaking of that same comic that we were talking about that was stealing jokes, tried that once in a mostly black room. It did not go over well.
Listen,
remember the Def Jam guy, Paul?
You weren't with me. The what?
The Def Jam.
We did a fucking show for the guy that ran Def Jam, and it was all black comedians. That dude, we're talking about,
yes,
and then me, Simmons. He goes up in the middle of a black lineup and goes, "That guy was a Newark cop, so I know the struggle." And the whole room went, "What?"
I seen the comedian get kicked out of an open mic, and he said something racist. He dropped the N-bomb at a mic, and I happened to be outside. No, it wasn't Matt Bridgestone. I happened to be outside, so I missed that. But when he got kicked out, he came to me to explain to me what happened, as if I was going to give the green light. But he was like, I had to say it because it was part of the story. And I said, no, you didn't. You didn't have to say it. I said, you could have substituted it. I said, you could have said ninja. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, you being who you are, you shouldn't say anything that starts with like negotiate, navigate. that sounds like it shouldn't come out of your mouth or whatever. He was just like, but I don't know if they're going to ever let me come back. I said, well, I mean, that's up to them. And then it was like, that was a weird vibe that night because these other two comedians almost fought. I've seen two comedians almost fight at an open mic. Because one guy went up, it was an old guy went up, and he did his thing. So this other guy gets up, he's trying to roast the old guy, but he has a guitar, so he's trying to play the guitar and roast the guy at the same time, like singing a song, folklore type stuff. And then the guy who went up after him roasted the guy with the guitar, but then the guy who had the guitar also had a so he's getting ready to put his guitar in the back of the bike and ride off, but now he's arguing with the guy who's on stage. So now they're like, see me after the show. And it was just like, I loved it. Like seeing white on white crime was amazing to me, but it was just weird.
I like the comedy drama. So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you rode a 10-speed with a bass guitar on the back of it, like to an open mic. Like, this is crazy. So it's like, if y'all fight and you lose, you got to still ride to the bus stop to get home and think about this ass whipping.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot. Like, you getting your ass beat, and then you gotta ride your bike down the street to the bus stop and then get on the bus to go home. Like, that's a lot of thinking to do about that ass whooping you just got at an open mic. Like, it's a lot.
See, now, speaking of weird comedy stories, you're not going to have this problem because you're probably the only Elijah the Barber in comedy. But there's also another person with his name that's out there that's a comedian. Or is there two, Paul? Paul's not paying attention.
What?
No
We're talking
filter
about other
Paul?
comedians that have your name. Didn't you say you had the Christian rock guy, and then there was a comedian? What?
Yeah, I don't know who that other guy was, but yeah, he was trying to do the same thing, and he stopped. I don't know how that happened. I haven't seen him. But there's not a comedian.
But I know besides Paul, I know 2 other comedians that were hired because they thought they had the black comedian, and they hired the white version of him.
Oh wow, that's crazy. No, when I
that happened?
Yeah.
When I first went to Philly, they were trying to tell me to change my name because there was a comedian named Kari the Barber, and he was a real barber. He owned a barbershop, and they were like, yeah, you might want to change your name. I'm like, why? They're like, because there's a guy named Kari the Barber. I'm like, so he's Kari the Barber. I'm Elijah the Barber. Like, there's not enough room for 2 barbers, comedians. So this is what promoters.
You get 2 more, you get a quartet.
So this is what happened, right? This guy, they said he put a lot of comedians on in Philly, and he was well known and well respected or whatever. So they had me on this show. They add him on the show. And this is fresh after the Will Smith Chris Rock slap, right? So I'm like, I'm getting ready to shut this show down with my opening, and I'm not even going to talk. Not even going to talk. Like, I'm going to shake this room, and I'm not going to say a word. So I know what I'm going to do. So they put the guy Kari the Barber on there. So they introduces Elijah the Barber. This is Kari the Barber, blah, blah, blah. So they decided we're going to put Kari the Barber on before Elijah the Barber.
Okay.
Because we're going to show Elijah that Kari, like, is that guy. You see what I'm saying?
He's the barber.
So he goes first, and he just tells a bunch of stories. Like, he tells stories on the road. He's, talking about the different comedians, but it wasn't like stand-up comedy form. It was more like family cookout story form.
Okay.
So now, me, I'm still new, wet behind it, but I'm hungry. So I get on stage, and I had a hoodie on. And I was like, people been asking about the Will Smith situation. I unzipper the hoodie. I have a shirt made with a silhouette of the Oscar, and it says Slapmaster 2022 on it. So when I unzipper the jacket and show the shirt, everybody in there is cracking up, and I didn't even say anything. You know what I'm saying? So from there, I had already snatched the room, and then I go into my bits and stuff, whatever. And afterwards, Kari comes up to me and he says, "Hey man, I know people been, saying stuff, whatever, but you got my blessing. Like, you got my blessing with this comedy thing, and you pretty much, do your thing or whatever." And it was like, all right, I got the blessing from the, not that I needed it, you know what I'm saying, but it was like, it's like I appreciated that. But it was like, that's the only thing I've had happen with me as far as being close to anybody with a name or a name situation. Then I think the first time I got booked at Punchline, the promoter was like, "Hey, you might want to change your name." And I said, "Why should I change my name?" He says, "Well, Elijah the Barber just sounds gimmicky or whatever." He was like, "You should use your real name or whatever." And I was like, "Well, I am Elijah the Barber. That's who I am. That's what I do. I've been a barber 24 years. You know what I'm saying?" Right. So you're going to tell me that I should change my name? First of all, one of the reasons why I love my name is because it sounds like an Italian mob guy. You know what I'm saying? You got Louis the Foot, you know what I'm saying? Joey the Fish, you know what I'm saying? You got all of those type names. So it's like Elijah the Barber, like the name sticks out. I love the marketability of it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where when people hear it's like Elijah, yeah. Even if they forget my name is Elijah, just that the barber part, like, I've had people see me like, "Yo, you're the barber comedian, right?" You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like you're the comedian barber. Like, they'll say my name all messed up, but they know that the barber is in it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're the barber who has no filter.
Yeah. Well, Dave, do you remember those couple of idiots that were telling me I shouldn't use no filter? Meanwhile, I used the name on Opie and Anthony for years.
No, that yeah. Well, people are like, oh, that's just stupid. Don't use that. I'm like, why? It's a known name. Why would I take something away from myself?
Dude, I go to California.
Exactly.
People know the name around the country. We were on fucking Sirius, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? I can go anywhere. I was in fucking Vegas and people knew the name. So fucking I don't, why would I get rid of it? Why would I get rid of it?
But this is what I love about Paul though, right? What I love about Paul, because he's British, and I love British accents, especially on women, but you can never tell what fucking mood they're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't never know if he has an attitude, if he's pissed off, if he's annoyed. Like that's the beauty of his name. And then with the accent mixed, it just goes so it just runs congruently together. Like it's just dope. Like it's dope because you never really know. It's like, damn, is he in a good mood right now? Is he pissed off?
Like the answer is yes.
Maybe it's all of that like cloudiness over there in London where it always look like it's going to rain. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know where people are in.
He's back in Upper Dunkin.
I'm going to London one day. I've never been there, but it's definitely a place I always wanted to go.
You should go.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning. I might go next year. I definitely want to go.
So what you doing? When are you starting your West Coast? You doing West Coast first?
So we're going to do. I just did Midwest. I was just like in Wichita, Kansas, and all of that stuff. Getting ready to do a little South tour. So October, I'll be going to North Carolina. I'll be going to Tennessee, and I'll be going to Kentucky. And then we're going to everything else. Like before that and a little after that, it'd be tri-state, but we're going to go out west in March. March is going to be California. We're going to do Cali for like a week. This past March, we did California, Las Vegas, and Arizona.
Nice.
And that was interesting. But I want to really do Cali for a week because I have a better understanding now. Like I've been to Cali twice, but I've only thrown shows out there once. And because I have the connection stuff that I have it. I'm going to have it set up where we're going to be out there for a week and we're going to do 5 shows. So perfect. My comedy club is going to produce 2 shows. We got somebody out there who does a show. And then somebody else who does 2 shows. So we're going to go like maybe Sunday, Monday. And there's going to be shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's 5 shows right there. So to take somebody to California and they do 5 shows, 5 days, all in a row. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of comedians that are doing that. Some have done, 2 shows in a week, 3 shows in a weekend, but to do 5 shows, 5 days back to back, like you're doing a Tuesday show, a Wednesday show, a Thursday show, a Friday show, a Saturday show. Like you're doing 5 shows back to back. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I myself have never done. So being a part of it, I'm excited because I get to have it on my resume as well. But to take somebody who probably has only been doing open mics, only doing local shows, and to be able to take them on the road and just show them something different, that experience alone is just going to be, amazing. And of course, we're going to film, we're going to get, behind the scenes content and all of that. So we got a lot of dope comedians that have been entering the contest. The September show is booked. The October show is booked. We just locked in November today. So we got December and January left to lock in. And then all of the shows are pretty much be locked in, but we got a lot of dope comedians, man, from around the way. And we got some up and coming comedians too that, they trying their luck. I mean, they stepping in, they stepping in the pit with some people that are very seasoned. So it's going to be interesting to see who brings, their A game. But even if they don't advance to the finals, there's still going to be people that we're going to book. We still going to book them for, our shows because I have rooms in Jersey, Philly, and Delaware, but I also have venues in other states like, the North Carolinas, now California, Wichita, Kansas. So it's going to get to a point where I can put together these weekend tours. I can put together these 3 to 4 day tours in these different places and say, hey, look, you know what? I think this comedian will be dope for this region. I think this comedian will be dope for this region. I think these guys would be dope to bring here to this area, because we're going on a couple years of me constantly going to these different places, getting to know these audiences, getting to know these crowds, and seeing, you know, what works, seeing what type of comedians they like. So now I can pick from the litter of comedians I know home and say, hey, look, yo, Paul, you dope. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get you, you know, bring you to Delaware, or we're going to bring you, you know, to Carolina, or bring you to so-and-so, where I know that audience will definitely have an appreciation for the type of comedy that he's bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's not just, I'm going to grab a bunch of random comedians and just throw them out there. Like, I want comedians that are getting booked to be on cards where it makes sense, not just for the audience, but for the comedians that they're on the show with. Like, I'm not going to get a no filter Paul and put him on the show with a bunch of Christian comedians. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not going to do that.
There's one exception to that, though, Elijah. There's a no filter Paul from England who's a Christian rock star.
Paul Field from England. Paul
Same thing.
England, wow. One of the top Christian rock singers.
Wow.
Could you imagine?
Wow.
I've said before. Imagine if they booked the wrong guy.
Yo, that would be crazy. So now you got to put like disclaimers. You got to put like no filter Paul England / New Jersey. Like you got to move around and do stuff like that so people don't get it misconstrued. Like that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm glad that I've never been in that position of having any issues when it comes down to the whole name thing. So I can imagine how frustrating that must be for you. But I mean, you're the only no filter Paul I know in comedy. You know what I'm saying? A freaking yo.
That's my Christian rock singer guy. That's my doppelganger. But yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. But I think
it would be funny if I showed up.
I think your name in comedy definitely says a lot about, you know, your marketability and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a name that kind of pops, it might make people want to like hear what you got to say. You see what I'm saying? So like when people hear my name, they automatically like associate me with being in the barbershop and stories from the barbershop. And that is what I do. I have titled myself the king of barbershop talk comedy. Like, that is a category that I've made up. You know what I'm saying? Like, barbershop talk comedy, because a lot of things that I talk about in my comedy, we talk about in the barbershop, but we might not be able to talk about to its fullest. So when I'm on the comedy stage, I can really get into some of these things with not being filtered or not being restricted, you know what I'm saying? Because there's kids in the shop, so I can't really talk about this the way I want to talk about it. So being on stage is, you know, me being able to express, you know, certain things the way that, you know, I want to. But Dave, you got a dope name too. Dave Hodge is a dope name. Like, it really sounds like somebody famous and important. You know what I'm saying? like really do. Like, it could be like a movie star. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like David Hasselhoff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Dave Hodge. But then it also could be like Lou Gehrig's disease. You know what I'm saying? He got that Dave Hodge.
That's probably more like it for me. What did he die from? Oh, he got Dave Hodge disease.
Yeah, Dave Hodge.
Elijah, I got a funny story about Dave Hodge. We drove.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Delaware,
we got a flyer for a show in Southern Delaware, and the guy put on the flyer Dave Holt. Right? Didn't put the J. Just put Dave Holt. So we call him.
I told him.
So Dave calls him and goes, "You got my fucking name wrong on the flyer." The guy's like, "Don't worry about it. We'll fix it." We get there. There's a digital marquee, like a fucking movie theater marquee, and it says Dave Holt.
I finally got my name in lights, and they spelled it wrong. God damn it!
Yo, Dave Ho is hilarious.
I know.
That is.
Listen, I've been definitely called worse.
Before he was married, it was a perfect description.
I went upstate New York. I was in Batavia, New York, right? Guy introduced me wrong. He said, "Coming to the stage, Elijah the Butcher." It's like, what? It's like, wait, what? It's like, wait, what? He just introduced me as Elijah. And then I had a show in Philly, and the guy just said my first name. He's like, "Coming to the stage, Elijah." I'm like, dude, where the rest of my name at? Stop introducing me like a stripper. Like, "Coming to the stage, Cinnamon." Like, where the hell is the rest of my name at? This gonna say "Coming to the stage."
I remember years ago I got put off because the guy used my real name instead of No Filter Paul, and it just threw me completely. I remember that. But if you go as Elijah the Butcher, can you imagine you go out as Elijah the Butcher? Every white guy in the room is going to think that you probably killed someone back in the day, so they're probably just going to laugh to keep you happy.
Yo, that right there was crazy. Like, the guy had, like, listen, he literally walked up to me and said, "What's your name again?" And I was like, "Elijah the Barber." I had a jacket on, and it said it right on the front of the jacket. He goes on stage, "Oh yeah, coming to, ladies and gentlemen, Elijah the Butcher." Like, what? He just introduced me as Elijah.
You know what, Elijah? I'm a little old. I remember Kamala the Butcher.
Yeah. Yep.
I like it when they get the credits wrong. You ever had them get your credits completely wrong?
Every time.
Man, listen, I just had that happen. Listen, now I just told you guys I'm doing the 3rd comedy special July 17th, 2027, next year. I had a show at AC Jokes July 18th this year. So I told the host, I said, "Listen, tell them I'm doing my comedy special here next summer."
Last year.
He goes up and says he's doing the comedy special this summer, like next week type stuff. It's like, dude, that is not what I told you.
That's not what I said.
I'm like, man, I can't believe this. But yeah, you've had some crazy things happen at comedy shows. I think I've only had one comedian make me want to put hands on him at the end of a show. I had a mic this a couple of years ago, and this guy bombed at my mic. But I paid him to close the show at my mic, and he bombed something terrible. He was a black comedian that was only used to doing comedy in front of white people. And it was so cringe because he's like, "There's nobody white here. Like, can y'all call somebody white here? Like, I'm used to performing in front of white people." And it was so bad. I had to go do 10, 15 minutes after him just so the people that come didn't feel like they didn't get their money's worth. And what pissed me off was he went in the bathroom and then he snuck out the back door. And when I got off stage, I got a message on Instagram saying, "Thanks for having me." And it's like, dude, you got handed a check as soon as you walked through the door. And you did a terrible job on stage. And I'm not even upset at the fact that you bombed. I'm upset at the fact that you weren't man enough to shake my hand, look me in the eyes, and tell me, "Thank you for giving you that opportunity. Hey, I didn't do my best tonight, but if you burn me back another time, I'll redeem myself." I would have respected that. You snuck out the back door. Like, you didn't even want to face me. And I said, "You know what? I will never book this guy again." And
is it because he really likes hamburgers?
He's going to come to me at some point and ask me, and I can't wait to tell him no. And about 6 months ago, he reached out to me like, "Hey, you want to know if you guys got anything?" Nope. You're unbookable over here. You know what I'm saying? Unbookable. Stay unbooked.
Yes, I have lots of shows. I apologize. You cannot be on any of them.
What it'll be funny is if he entered the contest.
No, he won't do that. He definitely won't enter the contest. I know for a fact he won't do that. But if he did, that would be hilarious. It would be hilarious. Because he would
be
lose.
More hilarious. But can you imagine if there's like, I don't know how many judges you're having, but imagine you have like 4 judges, right? Imagine 3 of the judges put him through, and you're sitting there going, "What the fuck?"
I think that like the competition thing isn't for everybody. And I understand. Like I said, people have asked me about doing like the Phillies funniest, and like for me, it's not that I don't think that I'm good enough to advance or try to win. It's just people got to read the black and white. So one of the things in the rules of that contest is you have to live 28 miles from the club.
I had a friend in Glassboro, and I was trying to use his address so I could enter it. And it was like 2 miles out, and they wouldn't let me. It wasn't that one. It was a different contest. It wasn't really as funny.
Think about this, right? Imagine you enter a contest and you smoke that contest. Like you're running through everybody, and you get to the end and you win, right? Hands down, you win. And then before they raise their hand, they're like, "Oh, well, it's a technicality because he lives 1.7 miles outside the radius of the club, so we have to give it to the second runner-up." You'll be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That's crazy. And in those type of situations, they might do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
But can you imagine that your new credit after that is I was so good so funny at Philly's Funniest, they found a reason to kick me off for winning it.
Hey, listen, did you all see what Steve Kane did?
No.
Did you see what Steve Kane did? Steve Kane in there. I don't know if it was the first round or second round, but he had a Helium shirt on and he was talking about how Helium is the best comedy club and everybody started clapping. And then he says, "No, that's a lie." And he took the shirt off and had a Punchline Comedy Club shirt on underneath and was like, "Punchline's the best comedy club. Helium sucks. Punchline has the best chicken bites in the city." Like he was just ripping on Helium, talking about how, their stools suck. He was like, "This here is a 2-pound stool. At Punchline, we got 10-pound stools. We'll throw it at you and kill you if it hits you in the face." Like he went on a straight tangent, got a crazy ovation, and it advanced him to the next round, whatever. But he basically did free publicity for Punchline at Helium.
That's funny.
Steve Kane has done shows at Stone Dojo that we have been on.
Stone Dojo. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, Stone Dojo. That's what it is. Steve Kane is crazy. Steve Kane will get booked by making fake flyers for shows that don't exist. like
I haven't tried that move.
Yeah, I gotta
Steve Kane made a flyer that said he had a 7 a.m. breakfast show. 7 a.m. breakfast show. Then he made another fake one that had like all of the comedians were named Steve or whatever. So it was like like the Steve show, and every comedian name was Steve something. Like, yeah, Steve Kane is crazy, man. He's dope. He's a good comedian, man. He's wild, man. He's wild, but he's somebody that I can really see in movies and stuff like that. Like he's like, in my opinion, he's a cross between Chris Farley and Will Ferrell. You know what I'm saying? And Seth Rogen. Like you take like them three and put them together, like that's Stephen Kane as a comedian. Like he shot out. That dude is crazy. That dude is crazy.
Dude,
but I appreciate you guys talking to me on here. I got to get ready to get off here. I'm getting ate up by these damn mosquitoes.
No. We're happy to have you on, man.
I appreciate you guys reaching out, having me. I'm going to look at the calendar and I'm going to see. We can
wrap the whole show up.
Huh? What was that?
We didn't hear you, Paul.
Yeah, we're definitely available. We're definitely.
Yeah, I'm
a lot of stuff going on, but we're definitely gonna. Anything you have available, we'll make it work.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out some dates, and I'll get them to you. Give me like about a week, and I should have some dates lined up.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, appreciate y'all. Y'all be
Elijah,
safe.
You got you're taping your special. You're taping your special next July.
Next July 17th. It's a Saturday, 2017 at AC Jokes Resort. It's called Full Circle. I got a wine out. I got my own line of wine. It's called Full Circle Reserve. So nice. the wine is a sweet red wine. It comes in regular, but it also comes in THC infused. So nice. I'll be having some launch parties coming up. I'm having a Jersey launch party September 17th. I'm having a Philadelphia launch party October 17th. I don't know when we're going to do the Tennessee launch party because it's based out of Tennessee. But I got a lot of things going on, man. So
right, you know, informed, bro.
I definitely do well. But appreciate y'all for having me.
No, anytime, man. We'd love to have you on anytime.
Nice to meet you.
Take care, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Right. So wait, Paul. Speaking of technicalities, there was one that I had in college. I'm not sure if I ever told you. There was a social group at my college called the Black Freedom Society.
Okay.
And at the time, they used to hold open elections for anybody on campus that wanted to run. And they had like the biggest budget on their campus. Now, I was on student government, so I found out about this. Like, wait, they get how much money? How do I get my hands on some of that? So I found out that they're like, yeah, we have open election. I'm like, really? Anybody could just run? So I did. And I won. I did tell you? I won by like a 3,000 vote margin. It was like the most anybody ever voted in their election ever. That they, first of all, they changed the rules, but more importantly, by a technicality, I was 0.05 below the GPA required to hold the office. I was like, son of a bitch. That would have been so cool. I would have been throwing all kinds of parties with that money. Come on, everybody. Black Freedom Society. We're getting down with this.
Yeah.
Like, I also, once, because as president of the history club in college, I decided to have an Abe Lincoln Film Festival. And I had them pay for all kinds of refreshments. But it was literally for the morning. It was on a Friday morning where you know nobody's going to show up to it. And I'm like, yeah. I used all the food and cookies and drinks and shit and took them with me down to New Orleans. We drove in our RV.
That's hilarious. The whole plan.
Right.
That's hilarious, man.
Fucking love Elijah's awesome. I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. You want to give out your plugs and get this done?
What time? Yeah, we can get that done. Hey, where are you going to be Friday night? I don't know, but I know where I'm going to be Saturday night. Red Bank at the Basie.
Yeah, Red Bank. Tickets available. JerseyShoreComedy.com. We got
Be dialing.
From AC Jokes. Please come out and check it out. It's a nice little theater that we're doing it at in Red Bank. JerseyShoreComedy.com.
Yeah, we got that's the biggest thing we got right now, and then we're working on some other stuff, and we're gonna get this rolling along.
Yep.
And I have to email somebody that hopped onto the stream that's like, "Hey, we want to come on. We love the vibe. How can we join?" I'm like, "We'll figure out how to get you on next week. I'll email you."
That's not the same dude that was just saying it.
I think it's the same one from the last time. I was like, "Dude, we want to." I'm like, "All right, well," he gave me his email now. Now I can find him.
Yeah, you put him on the show, and he'd be like, "Hello, my friend."
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a damn. You know I don't care about that.
I got lots of questions from him about how to fix my Microsoft Windows, so that'll be handy. Oh, good. Just put his email. That email that looks like a genuine email from fucking India. Jesus Christ. Its email is actually an anagram. He must have used that name legitimately on YouTube or wherever that's from, and it got banned. So he said, let me juggle the letters around, because if you look at the name and the email, it's like a juggled up version of it.
That could be a whole bunch of things. You might be right. Don't know.
Well, invite him on. Please invite him on. That'd be the funniest thing ever.
I'm emailing him as we speak.
Yeah. So, all right, I gotta get out of here.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
I will talk to you soon. I will see you Thursday.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Probably will.
All right. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Later, guys.
Bye.